Oh, sorry guys, you caught me listening to some music, getting over last week. Um, sometimes you just gotta listen to some sad songs when you're just not feeling too great, and I'm not feeling too great. Let's see. Last week was a major letdown. Actually, last 3 weeks have been major letdowns. It's 8-2, I think, going pretty smoothly into a bye, playing the three worst players in the league. Um, Basically had a buy locked up, and I've never taken anything for granted any more than that. Um, let's see what happened here. Met a stone wall against David. Just I don't know what happened there. Couldn't even break 100, I think. And then Bill decides to show up for the first time all season. And then Eric changes his name to Flex Friday and pulls the upset that apparently every single person in the league was rooting for. So it feels good to just be completely hated. It was nice. Um, Whatever. So let's just get right into this recap. Well, Flex Friday pulled out the win over me, 126 to 125. Eric, you improved to 5-8, so you sucked less, and I fell to 8-5. Fell from the 2 seed to the 4 seed. Um, Man, I jumped the gun. Going into Sunday night, had like a 20-point lead. Doug Baldwin against a bad defense. Seattle's D against the turnover prone Carolina Panthers, and I thought I was set up, and then Thomas Rawls just killed me. Just absolutely killed me. Then Steven Hauschka, not a big help either. So basically, really hate Seattle. Um, Took their defense, been a huge letdown this year, but I've just stuck with them because they give me about 8 points a day. Let's see, other highlights. Stafford, you're annoying. 23 points. My boy Melvin Gordon carrying my team again, 23.8. And then Flyer and Zach Ertz dropping 22.9. Did not expect that at all. So that was nice. Well, what's not nice is not having a bye because I honestly haven't looked at my week 14 lineup at all. I've skipped right past it. I've taken the bye for granted. And now I'm just not prepared to play at all this week. So, man, not good. All right, so let's just move on here. Maybe a little bit more joy talking about some of these other matchups. We got Dermis just absolutely crushing Evan to take the bye away from me and I guess Evan, because Evan would have had it. 167 to 97. Evan not breaking 100 going into the playoffs. Week before the playoffs. It's not a good sign. I'm ready to take you down. Let's see. Dermis led by the greatest mistake I've ever made in fantasy football. David Johnson dropping him, and David Johnson dropped a 38.5. Andrew Luck decided to show up. That's cool. LaShawn McCoy, he's going to get hurt eventually again. 26 points. And then Jordy, 25.8, most underrated wide receiver in the NFL. Let's see. So both of you guys are in the playoffs. Dermis scoops the bye again. And then Bierman fell to 7-6. And I get to play him this week and ruin his fantasy year once again. Super excited about that. I don't even want to talk about David against Bill. I'm just going to tell you who won and then who lost, and that's it. Bill won, David lost. The end. Let's go on to another relevant matchup. We got Tagley pulling out a win against 2 kicks. Tagley with a 139 pulls himself to 7-6. And Sean knocked out of the playoffs at 6-7 with a 128 this week. Let's see some of the highlights. Golden Tate, 28.5. Travis Kelce, 22, Crabtree, 20, and Dez, 18. Um, Bill, or, not Bill. I'm reading Big Dog Eat, and that made me think of Bill. Um, Tagley, kind of pissed you won this one. I was really pulling for Sean and somehow get you out of the playoffs, because last thing I want is your team in the playoffs. I don't want anything to do with Antonio Brown and Ben Roethlisberger. But nonetheless, you're in. Slowick, you're in for a treat this week. I think you're getting knocked out. I think Tagley's going to put up a good fight in the playoffs here, which is not going to be fun for anyone. And finally, let's go to the last matchup. We got Slowick against Gavin. Slowick pulls out the win with a 147, and Gavin got a 122. Ended the season here at 9-4 with the number 1 seed. And Slowick, I think you got the 3rd seed. Good matchup. Slowick had a chance at the bye here. So it was all around good matchup here. Gavin with 29 out of Jordan Howard. Devonta Freeman with a nice game again. 26. Latavius Murray with another nice game. And then T.Y. Hilton, 23. So Slowick's team's looking good going into the playoffs. But once again, I just don't think he's going to get by Tagley this week. So let's just talk a little bit about this week's matchups. We've got me against Bierman. My prediction is I'm going to win because Bierman's team never shows up in the playoffs. And I think he will continue his streak of having good teams that lose every year. Let's see. Dermis is sitting nicely with a bye, projected 125.9. So I think you'll win. Slowick is playing Tagley. I do think that Tagley's going to win this week and pull off the upset, which puts him against... I didn't actually look at the bracket, but I think he plays... I guess I should just look. I don't know. I don't understand the way the playoffs work. I just know that I'm in them every year. And then the consolation bracket, got David, Cakes, Sean, and Bill, and none of them play this week. So, let's see. I don't really have anything else to talk about. I'm just still really upset I lost my bye. But I guess it's deserved. It's not like I had an exceptional year. I had really nice matchups. I had got to play Bill twice, David twice, Cakes twice, and pulled a 1-1 on each of them. So that was kind of a letdown, and I beat the teams I needed to beat, and I lost the teams that I lost to and ended 8-5. And I don't know. It's not been a great year, but I do feel good about my keepers this year, which is nice because I really hate Baldwin and I really hate Cam Newton. Let's see, what else did I want to talk about? I feel like I had things to say, but I'm just completely lost my train of thought. And I feel really bad for you guys for watching the last minute of this video because I have had no plan for where it's going, but basically it just got longer. Well, good luck in the playoffs, except for Bierman, because you're going to lose. Game tonight matters not at all. And do we do recaps for the playoffs? Because if we do, I'll give it to Gavin. I like Gavin's recaps. So I don't know if we do recaps in the playoffs. I can't remember. But Gavin's got nothing else to do this week because he doesn't play. So Gavin, you got the recap next week. All right. See you guys.